Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very special day. It is MLB opening day. And not only is it MLB opening day, but back in December on Christmas Eve, I was lucky enough to snag 2 tickets to opening day because this opening day game happens to be the Giants versus the Yankees. And if you're new around here, I and my dad, who I'm going to this game with, are diehard New York Yankees fans, and we live in California, and San Francisco is our closest ballpark. And I'm on spring break, so it just happened to be the perfect mix of 2 teams. Well, my favorite team in a beautiful stadium and the closest stadium to me, and I'm on break so we can go to this game. I've been waiting since December. A cop just drove by. I've been waiting since December for this game, and I'm so excited, and we're gonna go. So let's go have fun. I'm so prepared for this game. We are taking the train over to, I always want to call it AT&T Park. It's not called that anymore. That's what it was called when I was a kid. Oracle Park. And we have bleacher seats because last summer at some point, my dad and I went to a Giants game and we sat in the bleachers and we loved it. We fell in love with those seats. I tried to get the same seats we had last time, and I ended up 1 row behind where we were, so they're still going to be great. The bleachers in AT&T Park, you'll see, but they're like in left center field. If you've never been to Oracle Park, I'm biased, but it's one of the most beautiful ballparks of all the MLB parks. It's right on the water. It's incredible. It's awesome. I'm so excited. Max Fried is the starting pitcher for the Yankees. At the moment, he's our ace because Garrett Cole's still injured. And then Logan Webb is the starting pitcher for the Giants today. Let's actually see if the Yankees have announced the lineup for today's game. All right, they have. So here's all the players we're going to get to see. Grisham in center field. I'm going to be yelling at him because obviously I'm going to try and get a baseball thrown to me. So I'm going to be yelling at Trent. Judge in right, Bellinger in left. Beautiful outfield. These guys we're going to see a lot of. Ben Rice at first, of course. Stanton DH, Chisholm, Caballero, McMahon, and Wells. That's a pretty good Yankee lineup. That's going to be our normal lineup for a while, but that's good looks. And then Fried pitching, of course. But I'm so unbelievably excited for this game. Don't have time. pardon the bad lighting, but as you can tell, we made it home. That game was absolutely incredible. I didn't talk much because it was so loud in that stadium. I obviously can't talk to the camera, so I'll just recap the game here. In terms of baseball, Yankees won 7-0, which is a great start to the season. Max Fried pitched absolutely beautifully. He was great. There's really nothing to say. I think he got like 3 hits in like 6 innings. Perfect. Stanton made hard contact with the ball every at-bat. That's great. Grisham hit a 2-run triple. We'll take that. He made some smooth Grisham catches. If you watch him, you know what those look like. And then Ryan McMahon got a bunch of RBIs from some hits. Aaron Judge went 0 for 5, I want to say, with 4 strikeouts, which isn't great, but it is the first game of the season. He'll be fine. Like, he's gonna warm up. It'll be fine. But yeah, it was an absolutely great baseball game. Not the greatest game for the Giants, but they did make some good plays. Harrison Bader made an epic sliding catch, which was really cool because he used to be a Yankee a couple years back for a year, and I liked him. I liked having him around, so it's good to see him in San Francisco. And then, the coolest thing, right after we bought those hot dogs that you saw, and we were walking down the stadium, down the road down the stadium, there's people everywhere, there's people filing in and out, mostly Giants fans, but there's Yankee fans, people are just filing in and out, walking all over the place, there's cars driving by. It's a very busy situation. And standing on the road in this pile of people, I see Kate from Baseball for Baddies, which, if you follow baseball on social media at all, you probably have seen her videos before. She is my favorite baseball creator on social media, by far. And she's a Yankee fan because she's from New York. And I knew she was there because yesterday she posted on her story that she was in San Francisco, which makes sense because she works for MLB, so like obviously she's going to be there covering the games and stuff. But out of all of those people at that stadium, there were like 40,000 people in that stadium. I saw her on the street, and I grabbed her arm, and I was like, oh my god, I love you so much, like, I'm such a big fan, can I take a picture with you? And she was so sweet, and obviously she took a photo with me, so here's that. I was flabbergasted. I didn't even have time to fix my hair in that photo, but that was absolutely incredible. It was so cool to meet her. She was so sweet. She asked me questions about myself, talked to me briefly, and then we had to go our separate ways, but it was so cool to meet her. I've had a few interactions with her on Instagram over the years, which were cool enough as is, but then that happened. So that was the highlight of the game by far. And then the 2 boys sitting next to us, they're probably like 8 at the max, probably younger than 8. The older one was probably 8. The younger one was probably like 6. They got a ball. It was somebody tossed, I think it was a Giant outfielder, might have been Bader, tossed the ball into the stands, and there was a big clamp, like all the kids descend onto the ball, and a kid got it, a kid grabbed it, and he handed it to this other boy, who happened to be the boy sitting next to us. So that was really cool, to see that kid be super happy about it. He was so pumped. He definitely didn't know baseball. His brother seemed to play baseball, but he was so hyped that he got that ball. So hopefully there's one more kid whose eyes have been opened to the world of baseball. But this game was so fun. This is going to be a core memory for me for life. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. And most importantly, go Yankees. See you in the next one.